Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks. Tracy here. I'm a bit breathless this morning. I woke up around 5 something and I was feeling extremely kind of bunged up and nasally, and I was sneezing and blowing and sneezing and blowing. Took some antihistamines and I'm feeling a bit better now because I think it is allergy. With all of the DIY stuff going on, that's DIY, just checking, Jane, with all of that going on, it's making a lot of dust, whether it's plasterboard dust or moving furniture so it's dusty around that kind of back of it and underneath it and all that, and stuff like that, as well as things just, Gary's, not me, but things that Gary's sawing, and, there's just stuff everywhere that I'm probably allergic to. And I did have something else on earlier, but I just had to help him put up a piece of plasterboard, so I probably should have checked to see if I had any dust all over me, but it's going to be like this way for a while anyway. I've got a hair tickling me. There it is. It's one of those baby ones that are about that long, so you can't really do anything about it. Let's do the joke of the day while I have it in my head. Okay, Grandma had to get a tuberculosis test for work. I guess we'll finally have an answer to the age-old question. TB or not to be? Yeah, I know. Give it a clappy. To be. I know. To be. Reminds me of Arnold Schwarzenegger in that movie. Not to be. That one. See, my whole life does revolve around movie quotes. They pop into my head at a moment's notice. I wish intelligent stuff did, but it doesn't. Gets cluttered by, Arnie quotes and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's been cold in here. There's a real draft that gets in underneath that desk. So this is my dressing gown. I've had it for a long while. And I just put it over my knees so that I don't get a draft. It is, it's just, you can't really do anything about it. And the reason being, that is where the electricity comes in. And so that's where, under this desk, where the meter is, which is a stupid place to have it. But they would charge you exorbitant amounts of money to move it, even though it was put in a ridiculous place in the first place. So it has to stay under there, which means whenever we turn off electric to do work, we have to crawl under the desk because it's on the floor. So even if you weren't going under the desk, you would still, be under the floor. I don't know why they put it there, because they're stupid, I guess. The only reason I can come up with. So today, I'm not sure if there'll be another video today. There might be, because Gary and I have to go to the opticians. We have to go get glasses fitted. So, they kind of make sure. Because sometimes, when you buy them, they're wonky. And they have to be balanced and everything else. You probably know this. So we're going anyway to get our glasses done. And pay the remainder, which will be an ouch. But I know we've got something else to do, but I can't remember what at this precise moment in time. Probably involves building materials or stuff for DIY. DI. Well, just check in, because I've never said DIY in my life, but Jane always thought I said it. I think it's because I say it so quick. It just sounds like it. But, I might start calling it DIY just for Jane. Oh, that would be funny. Because everybody else would see the game. No. Home improvements. Let's call it that. I don't know. I'm going to sneeze. I know I am. I thought I would, the weirdest thing is I had my COVID jab and I felt awful for a few days. Well, the first day, and then it started to feel better the next day, but I was a bit, and then, yesterday I thought, brilliant, I feel great. I feel really great. So I wake up this morning and I can hear Gary going, so it is affecting him as well. And then there's me, like, sneezing and stuffing those up and everything else. Really could do without it. But yeah, didn't get a great deal of sleep. We watched something last night. What was it? We watched a movie. Oh, Behind Enemy Lines. The one that had, oh, what's his name? Owen something. Was it Wilson? I don't know. Had him in it. It's good, really. Based on a true story. The only thing I'm not sure about was whether the ending was real or not, or whether he was just, recovered without all the razzmatazz. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what part, the real bit. I know that the newsreader or the correspondent for Sky News, I know he was real, and you don't hear about him anymore, but he had this weird name, and it was Arnout van Linden, and you always used to think of it as Iron Out, but it's not. It was Arnout van Linden. Yeah, probably got too old, and he's in the newsreader's kind of retirement home. Wouldn't that be funny? They're all sitting around doing the weather in the news in their retirement home. Because they say, that sometimes when you get a bit of Alzheimer's and you revert back, you end up reverting back to what you did for a living. So can you imagine? I'm going to be sitting there in my retirement home talking to you and doing all yarny stuff. It's weird, isn't it? I did see this little old lady once who was just sitting there doing this. And her husband said when she was young, she worked in a munitions factory, and that was the action of her putting pipe cleaners down the barrel of the gun to clean it. It's like, oh. So she was sitting there cleaning her gun while I was there, which, thankfully wasn't a real one. It was just in her brain somewhere. I'm going to have to blow my nose. So I will be back. Well, hello there, red nose time again. I don't know. Be glad when it's all over, but it's going to be a while, unfortunately, of all this disruption and dust, pollutants, allergens in the air for me. Unless I just go around wearing a mask, that might, it might be more favourable for me than. But the stupid thing is, right? The bedroom doesn't have any of that stuff, and yet I wake up with it. It's like, this is the clean room. There's no dust or anything. Well, apart from usual, maybe behind the bed. But, yeah, there's nothing, no surface pollutants. And yet, that's I get in the clean room, and that's when it starts. I wake up with it. So that's annoying. But, yeah, I don't know what else to do today, really. If I'll get any opportunity or not. I did toy with the idea of doing a live stream yesterday, but I was just so shattered by the end of it because, being a builder's mate, it's tiring. It really is. And then there's always, run out of this, need to go and get, first of all as well, yesterday we had a bit of a mishap, whatever you want to call it. The stuff that we had bought to go around the room at the bottom half didn't work out, so we ended up having to go get different stuff. But obviously we can use that somewhere else, that's fine. It's not like it'll be wasted or anything. So I had to go out and get stuff and supplies, and yeah, it's just one thing after another, really. I'll be glad to sort of get back to kind of normal. I could always retreat into the Yarn van. I have to take a fire out there because it is so cold now. It really is. I mean, I've had one of those snuggy things on all morning, which, I've really needed, to be honest with you. Turning the electricity off means no heating, and then the door gets left open when we're bringing stuff in. It's just so cold today. Thankfully, though, not raining. It's all sunny. So you never know, that might warm up. I did see on the weather forecast that we were going to get into double figures. So I thought, practically tropical. So yeah, looking forward to that. Just dust myself off. So charming. Anyway, this is the glamour that is my life, just saying. Not not much else to tell you, unfortunately. Good film. I recommend it if you get the chance to see it. Yeah, it's kind of typical, but, you know, kept me till the end, so that's all right. So this weekend, it's Grand Prix in Las Vegas. Feel very jealous because I love Las Vegas and I'd love to go back. Gary wants to. He wants to save up and go. But, yeah, I would have loved to have been there for Formula One. And, but you know what it is? It's such a time difference that, you know, it's either get up at the stupid o'clock. Well, I was awake, funnily enough. I could have got up and watched it, but if I'd have remembered it was on. Or just record it and watch it and risk finding out stuff. But yeah, my two favourite things in one place. I do love Vegas. It's like, it felt like home when I was there. I don't know why. Because, you know, I don't gamble. Well, I do. Say I don't gamble is a bit of a lie. And I forgot to mention this yesterday, and I should have mentioned it to Michael, who was the one, my son Michael, who put me onto this online gambling site, because he said they give you 5 free spins a day and then you get a coin drop and you can win more. You either get none, 3 or 5. So, you know, potentially you could get 10 free spins most days. So, and with that free spins, you win bits of money, and then you can bet with that rather than your own money. If you're sensible, you don't upload money, only ever play with theirs. So, one particular day, we did it, and I kind of, the day that he showed me, I ended up winning £22. And he said, that never happens. That never, ever happens. But yesterday I won 36. So it is rare. I went through a phase of on the coin drop getting nothing, no spins at all. And then a few times I've had, you know, play the spins and you get nothing. And so, you know, I just think, no, I'll still do it every day, because even if it's just pennies, it adds up. Then you can put a bet on something you want to bet on. Or you just let it mount up and take the money. So I was up to about £70 at one point, 65 or something like that. So I withdrew 60. Thought, you know what, rather than have one day where I feel like just blowing it, I'll take it. So I did. And that left me £5, went up to 10. And then I was suckered by them into making a £5 bet, because then you get free bets. I lost them all. So I was back down to 5. And so since then, I've just been doing the spins. And yesterday, winning like that has put me right back up to sort of like £47, £46, something like that. So yeah, there I am, a bit of a tycoon, really. I say I don't gamble. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I do. And it's only with their money, never with mine. So, you know, I'm just building it back up again now. So yeah, that's not bad, is it, really? But when we were in Vegas, we was in the Luxor. So whenever we would get home after the long day, we would walk through the casino and with a few dollars, just have a little go here and there. And every single day we would win. And we'd walk away with those winnings, whether it was like $10 or $60 or whatever. Every single time, we would never put it all back. We're just like, okay, we had a win, let's walk away. So, yeah, we won. But not exactly high rollers, you know. Just, thank you very much, that paid for dinner, let's go. You know, that sort of thing. So, yeah, we had a flutter, but not on the tables. Don't do any of that roulette, blackjack stuff. I understand nothing about any of those things, especially poker. Well, there was a time when a girl that I used to work with tried to teach me poker. There was 3 of us, and we used to play poker for jelly teddies. We had a big bag of jelly teddies, and we would share them out. And I never won them, ever. Funnily enough, Juliet always seemed to win them. So, she was definitely a card shark. For that, or she was obsessed with jelly teddies, one of the two. But yeah, I don't remember the rules. Just don't even think I knew them at the time. I was just losing for some reason, and never fathomed it. But my dad used to play cards with me as a child, and he would teach me, I suppose, you know, the one with the jacks. I don't know if it's blackjack, but yeah, it probably is. I have no idea how to play that anymore. Is that the 21s game? I don't know. And then we would play rummy, and we'd play it with the crib board. So we'd play crib. Yeah, the only game I can remember now is Go Fish and Snap. That's it. The rest of the rules just completely go. I know that one of those games used to have 4 and 3 or a running flush. I have no idea what game that is. But I was a little girl when my dad used to play cards with me. The only other card game I remember sometimes is Patience. It's the only. My mum used to play Patience, so she showed me how to play that. And then I got obsessed with it on the phones. When you remember when phones first had games? Yeah, Patience. I used to play that all the time. And Solitaire, as they called it. There was one that used to be Kings and Queens. Can't remember the name of it now, but I used to play it all the time. Don't play anymore. The only game I play now is Wordle. Victoria and Paul showed me Wordle one day from the New York Times, and that was it. I play it every day now, and I've got 100% record on Wordle. I'm very proud of that. Yesterday's Wordle, this morning's Wordle, I've got it in 2, because my first word had about 4 letters in it, so I was like, whoa. I just had to rearrange 2 of them and put an extra one in, and I'd got it. So yeah, Wordle. It's the only thing I play now. I used to play Words with Friends, but I kept forgetting to do my go. And where I had 100% record of wins, suddenly I lost every game because I forgot to do them. And if you don't play it in a certain amount of time, you lose the game. So suddenly it was like, oh, well, I'm done with that, you know. I'm not losing when I don't lose. Anyway, enough of that. So I'm going to get off then and go see if Gary needs another hand, because we do have to go out soon anyway. And if I get back in time, or you never know, while I'm out something may present itself. I may find yarn or something. But I do have to come back and pack some orders and do the postagey thing so that I can get them collected. Hopefully tomorrow or Monday. So thank you for watching. I'm sorry I'm a bit bunged up today. It's so annoying. I feel like I look it as well, so maybe I'm getting a bit of a cold. I don't know. I don't know where I would have caught it. No. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Bye for now.